I realized that my local farmers group was a gem when someone shared how they stopped pests from making holes in their plant leaves, and I tried it and it worked. In this video, I'm passing that information on in case it's something you're struggling with too. Start by finding out which pest is eating your plant's leaves, and the holes are your clue. Slugs and snails scrape ragged openings into soft new growth and leave glistening trails. Earwigs make similar messy holes but no slime, so a missing trail points to them. Japanese beetles you'll catch clustered on the plant, eating the soft tissue between each vein until the leaf goes lacy. Caterpillars leave their droppings on the plant. If it's the slugs and snails, they thrive in damp conditions, so cut the moisture. To do this, water in the morning so leaves dry by nightfall. Space plants for airflow and clear the debris and leaf litter they shelter under by day. You can also pick them off after dark with a flashlight on mild, damp evenings and toss them on your compost heap. For your most at-risk plants like hostas and young seedlings, sink jars of beer into the soil beside them. Then check the jars each morning and clear out any slugs that drowned overnight. Alternatively, soak the soil with nematodes. These are microscopic worms that infect slugs and kill them. And for best results, do this from spring through early fall, while the soil sits between 41 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. For those dealing with earwigs, they're drawn to damp environments too. So start by minimizing excess moisture. Fix any drainage problems and water deeply but less often, allowing the soil surface to stay dry. Then take away their daytime cover by clearing debris and thinning out the mulch they hide beneath. And to reduce their numbers, set rolled up newspapers or oil-baited tuna cans out in the evening where you've spotted them. Then in the morning, shake the traps over soapy water to kill what you've caught. If you're dealing with Japanese beetles, remove them early in the morning while they're still sluggish. To do this, hold a bucket of soapy water under the plant and shake the beetles off into it. Do it repeatedly because the chewed leaves give off an odor that draws in even more beetles. So you'll want to keep at it through July and August when they feed most, and sometimes into September, as a few may still be around. Now for caterpillars, the trick is catching them before their numbers multiply. So check your plants often from spring onward. When you spot them, pick the caterpillars and their eggs off by hand, because those eggs are sitting on the leaves, ready to hatch into a fresh batch. Better still, stop the egg-laying process by covering vulnerable plants with fine netting or fleece, but don't let it touch the leaves, or the moths and butterflies will lay their eggs right through it. And when there are too many to pick off by hand, you can use a biological control made of pathogenic nematodes. Apply it to your plants in cool, damp weather and keep the leaves wet, because the longer the caterpillars and foliage stay wet, the better it works.